Hello and welcome to Run with God. Today we're going to go over Flavius Josephus. Who was Flavius Josephus and why is he important? You will hear me refer to him and his text, and this is Flavius Josephus' complete works. He wrote many things down for us from the oral stories and written stories from Moses that was passed down to the Pharisees, Sadducees, and the Essenes. And it is facts. It's not made up. It's not the stuff that you would find in the Talmud that we don't listen to, but it's actual facts. And that is why we refer to Flavius Josephus as a historian, because he retained and gathered the information from all three groups, put them together for you and I, and he became our favorite Jewish historian. Now, he was also a priest, like I just said, and trained, and later on, after he was around the age of 26, I believe, there was a war that broke out between the Jews and the Romans, and he became a commander, and he was underneath a commander whose father was Ananias' son during the trials of Jesus as well. So between that and his own father and the one his father was placed under, he had another source to refer to Jesus in his writings. We look at him and we see a few things. You know, we studied about the Nephilim, and I want to just look at a little bit of what he has. This is in the first book of Antiquities, chapter 3, beginning in section 1. After Seth is born, so it says, "Now this posterity of Seth continued to esteem God as the Lord of the universe, and to have an entire regard to virtue. For 7 generations put in process of time, they were perverted, and forsook the practices of their forefathers, and did neither pay those honors to God which were appointed them, nor had they any concern to do justice towards men, but for what degree of zeal they had formerly shown virtue, they now shown by their actions a double degree of wickedness, whereby they made God to be their enemy. For many angels of God accompanied with women, and begot sons that proved unjust, and despisers of all that was good, on account of confidence they had in their own strength. For the tradition is that these men did what resembled the acts of those whom the Grecians called giants. But Noah was very uneasy at what they did, and being displeased at their conduct, persuaded them to change their dispositions and their acts for the better. But seeing that they did not yield to him, but were slaves to their wicked pleasures, he was afraid they would kill him together with his wife and children, and those they had married. So he departed out of that land." So I'm going to stop there. But that gives you a little bit of insight of the information that you can get that is not included in the scripture that is considered valid, such as the number of their children, besides Adam and Eve having Cain and Abel and Seth. You will see that they have 23 daughters and 33 sons. And it will help you understand some things that's kind of confusing sometimes whenever you look at the scripture. I hope you've enjoyed this, and we will have excerpts out of Josephus soon. God bless you and keep running with God.